Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Folks, believe it or not, we're ice fishing for smallmouth bass in Ashland, Wisconsin.
Mills Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Mills Fleet Farm is your fishing headquarters.
Look at the size of that massive Slobosaurus big butt muscalongo.
Hey, John Gillespie!
This is a big, beautiful fish. Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! Look at the size of that walleye, Danny! Look at the size of that fish. Yes, folks, we're on Chequamegon Bay, and we had a big snowstorm move through here last night up in Ashland, and today we actually have some freezing rain happening as we're talking, Josh. But this is a very unusual deal, one of the few places, I think, in the country where you can actually target smallmouth bass through the ice, right?
Yeah, it's a blast. You know, they fight hard. Nobody really does it, and it's a good time, especially if they're biting.
Yeah, now, what do you use here? I like to use a big Castmaster with a minnow head. Is that the best bait?
That is by far the best bait. They like that minnow head on there, and they like that big Castmaster. The more flash, the better. It draws them in, because we're fishing a big flat, and you want to draw them in, so that's usually the best bait.
Okay, now we got a nice group of guys with us today. Pete is along. We got the Pitts brothers. We got Jeff Kolazinski and Casey, and of course, Blake is here. So
yep. We're
going to spread out. That's the deal, though.
Yeah, we're going to cover as much water as possible. I got a bunch of beaver dam tip-ups out, too. We're covering a huge area right now, so hopefully we can pattern them.
Well, we'll have fun, right?
We will.
Hey, folks, we'll show you more about what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Folks, we're at Clam headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota, and you know we make the best ice shelters on the market, but we also make the best accessories. What's new for this year?
Well, new this year, we've got a magnetic tool holder, bounce right to the side of your tub, keeps your pliers and things handy. We've also got things like single rod holder, a 4-place rod holder.
That's great because I hate getting my rods tangled up. They keep them all separated and inconvenient. Now, what about, we have a lot of light solutions.
Yeah,
too.
we have large, medium, small light sticks. We have several other large LED strips for your tub, just to keep you fishing at night.
So to dress up your clam ice shelter, you can go to
clamoutdoors.com.
Cold weather got you down? Didn't think so. In the Midwest, we don't fear weather. We embrace it. We live outdoors. We work and we play outdoors. We hike, we hunt, and we fish. This is a winter wonderland, and we own it. We were born in the Midwest. We are outdoors. We are Mills Fleet Farm. From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700, comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Folks, when I head out to fish, I always stock up on my favorite Baitmate fish attractants. Dale, I just put that Baitmate on, man. Baitmate offers a complete line of fish attractants and convenient spray bottles for every angler and every species of fish. They've got your bait covered. I also have the newest Baitmate delivery system in my boat, Baitmate Ultra Live Game Fish Dip. Simply flip open the lid and dip your bait for even application every time, and it's ideal for frequent casting. I just dipped that in the Baitmate, you know that? Improve your chances of catching fish with Baitmate fish attractants. It just makes sense.
Josh, I think I got one.
All right.
Oh, Blake is going to be the first to connect today. Woo! Welcome back, folks. That's a fighter, Blake.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Okay. Think it's a smallie?
I hope so.
It's fighting like one.
Ooh, here he
Look at
comes.
that rod bend.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh, yeah, nice
taking line.
Nice and easy.
Okay. Oh, it is a smallmouth.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
way to go, Blake.
Nice.
Yay.
No, and you know what is so interesting this time of year is the color of these fish. They're so light, aren't they?
Yeah, this is my first smallmouth through the ice.
Well, smallmouth are kind of unusual through the ice. That's why I like to come up here and fish with Josh, as we talked about in the open. So, watching the hummingbird, what happened on that fish?
It came right from the bottom, and they just get it right away. They don't wait, they just snagging.
They don't fool around,
Yeah.
man. They hit it hard.
Yeah, they hit it real hard.
And that is a fun fight, isn't it, Blake?
Oh yeah, I loved that.
And
You
Josh,
got 'em hooked good.
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the structure we're fishing, Josh.
Yeah, we're fishing just a big flat. There's a weed bed kind of close to us and a little bit of rock down there too, so we're just fishing the edge of that.
So these fish like to just mill around in the mud on the edge of the structure?
Yes, yep, they're sitting in the mud, and a lot of times you can see on their belly too, and this one doesn't have it, but if they're not being real aggressive, you'll see mud just in their belly. They'll just sit in that stuff.
Yeah, and that's an unusually small one, Blake.
Yep.
You might get a 5-pounder today.
Yeah, I want to get a bigger one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get them back.
Yeah.
Got it.
Blake again.
Yeah.
Blake again, Josh.
On fire.
She's got the hot hand here.
Yep.
I'm on a roll.
Ooh, look at that rod's bending, man. Could it be 2 smallmouth in a row?
I don't know.
Here it is.
White, big
White
white fish. It's a
fish.
giant white fish.
That.
Look at that
That
thing.
is huge.
Now, oh, you're using a little Castmaster there, huh?
With the minnow head.
Yep. And just off the bottom?
Yeah, that one hit from the bottom as well. So.
Josh, you know, that's the thing, too, about coming out here and fishing for smallies.
Yep.
You got a chance for a lot of different species, too, right?
Yeah, you never know what you'll get. I mean, you got chance at trout, whitefish, bass, walleyes, pike, you just don't know.
Yeah.
That's what's fun about it.
Yeah, and that right there, Blake, is a beautiful eater. That's
Yeah.
a perfect size to fillet, isn't it, Josh?
Oh yeah, that'll be a great eater
Why
right
are you
there.
catching all the fish?
I don't know, but it's fun.
That was cool seeing Blake catch, first of all, that bass and then that whitefish, but she's using a Castmaster just like I am, and I'm fishing mine about 6 inches to 1.5 foot off the bottom, Josh.
Yep.
Now, what kind of an action do you want with that?
Yeah, you just want to, just like you're doing there, you just want to barely shake that rod tip, because what you want that minnow head to do on the treble hook is just to kind of dance back and forth. They don't
Okay.
want it flying and flutter down, they just want it barely dance, and that's when those bass come up to hit it.
Okay, and then if you have one come in off the bottom,
Yes.
do you continue with that jigging technique just like that?
Yes, but then I'll raise it up about 1 foot to
Okay.
try to get them to eat, just so they think it's getting away from them.
Fish on, fish on, fish on. All right, all right. It's about time, folks. We've had about a 2-hour lull, haven't we, Josh?
Yeah, it's been slow.
Okay, Casey.
nice splake.
Ooh, you got yourself dinner right there, Casey. That is a splake. Your first one ever?
It is.
Oh, nice job, though, buddy. You ran out here, didn't you?
I did.
Now,
Long run.
for the folks that don't know, a splake is...
It's a cross between a lake trout and a brook trout. And
Okay.
they stock quite a few of them out here.
We're supposed to be smallmouth fishing.
No kidding,
you
what's
guys.
going on?
Now, we've actually had quite a few flags that have been hitting a drop,
Yep,
right?
yep, they've been dropping it.
And we had, that big east wind yesterday, too. And fishing's been really tough the last month period.
It's been very tough.
We're going to hope that the late afternoon bite happens, right?
Hope so.
Hey, we just got a splake on that one over there, Pete. All right, and it's Mike Pitts Jr.
Yeah,
my
we got a little
Kenosha
story
buddy.
here now, finally, huh? After all this time.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, there's a little weight there.
Well, I was
Nice.
yelling at those
Too bad.
guys for catching trout before because we're supposed to be bass fishing, you know?
Yeah,
Ooh, he
she's
had
fighting
quite-
a little bit.
Not
A
very
little bit of line out
discerning.
here.
He had a lot of line out, yeah.
Holy cow.
Ooh.
What is it? Oh, it's a bass.
There we go.
That's what we're fishing for.
Finally.
Isn't that weird how the coloring I was talking about
Yeah,
before, you guys, how blonde they are?
Yeah, they really are.
And they'll actually change colors too, won't they, to the bottom they're on?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, all types of fish will.
You know, Pete, a lot of people know you as a muskie fisherman, but you do a heck of a lot of ice fishing yourself. Isn't it weird to see smallmouth biting through the ice?
Well, I don't know if it's all that weird. It's just kind of abnormal for people to target them.
Right.
You know, I've caught a few by accident here and there, but there's not many places where you hear people actually targeting smallmouth.
No, not many.
You don't hear about it.
Yeah.
And this bite is tremendous out here.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been today,
No.
but maybe
Wow.
we got flags popping all over. And Josh, when we were here last year,
Yep.
we fished basically 2 hours before dark one day and then a whole day the next day,
Yep.
and we caught a lot of
We
big
did very
fish,
well.
didn't we?
Yes, we did. So hopefully this afternoon's a lot better.
Hold that one out.
Okay, it can be tremendous.
Yes, but Mike
And it
Pitts,
will be tremendous. Just
Mike
a little
Pitts
later.
Jr., you want to say hi to your your 3 kids there, buddy?
Absolutely. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Winnie. Hi, Grace. I miss you.
All right, Pitchy. Hey, your son just got one on a tip-up over there.
I finally got one on the jig.
Oh, well, you've been working at it, buddy. I'll tell you what, these fish fight, don't they, Josh?
Oh, they do.
That's what's fun.
Yep.
I hope it's another bass.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a brown trout. Come on up here, Josh.
Cool.
Hey, Pitts, you know, I take you fishing all the time for many years, buddy, and I told you we're targeting smallmouth.
That's what I was targeting. Look at this beautiful fish, though.
Now, is that a keeper right there?
Yeah, that'll be a keeper. That's probably 17 inches or so.
And where were you jigging, on the bottom for that?
Yep, all day. Yep.
On the bottom, and he came right off the bottom and smoked it? Well, I'll tell you what, this is kind of a neat deal out here because you don't know what you're going to catch, and that's a gorgeous eater right there. But I've been kind of surprised that the fish have been biting so poorly until this last hour, right?
Yeah,
they turned on.
Yeah, they turned on big time.
Come on in here, boys. I finally got.
Oh, that's taking a run on you.
Oh, boy.
That's taking a run on you.
Well, there's been a few runs. You've missed a couple.
Really?
Yeah, this is that Livingston Soundmaker deal. I just rigged a little minnow on.
Oh, it's a pike.
It is a pike.
Yeah.
Oh, it calls in pike.
Whoa! That is interesting. Okay, is it very big, Josh?
It's probably 30 inches or so.
Oh, it is that big?
It's not a bad one. Big belly to it.
Well, Pete's going to have to explain whatever gadget he's got going here. All right.
You gotta have some gadgets, John.
Ooh, that's a nice fish.
Oh, it hooked where he should be. Beautiful.
Yeah. Now, I gotta ask. All right, here it is, right here. What is that?
That is the same thing that's in all Livingston lures with a Cisco sound, and this is something they're working on right now and testing to be able to run in front of rigs.
So underwater, this is making a bait fish noise?
This is making a Cisco noise down there.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, those Livingston lures that I saw you use for muskies last year, they certainly worked. And they make kind of a bait fish noise, different types of bait fish too, right?
Yeah, they can literally match anything, John. You name it. Shad, Cisco, bluegill, whatever.
Yeah.
Crawfish, so.
Well, that works. So you just hang that, well, here you can see the rig. Here's the sound maker right there, and you run a lead down to a split shot and just a treble hook in the middle.
Yep. That's what I'm trying. First time I've tried it. So
It worked.
Yeah.
and there you go.
We don't get many pike out here in this
No,
spot.
this is actually the first one we've caught in the winter out here.
You got any more of those sound maker deals?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay. Well, that's actually a nice fatty right there.
We're gonna let that one go. I'll see him in about 10 years. He's gonna be a giant.
All right.
So you're just you're actually got one live minnow down there. You're jigging at the same time.
Yep. And it worked.
We were fishing Chequamegon Bay out of Ashland, Wisconsin, a 5.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 6.5 hours from Chicago, and 3.5 hours from Minneapolis.
No matter what you're chasing on the ice this winter, Acme Tackle has you covered. From the innovative Hyper Glide and Hyper Rattle series to legendary Castmaster, Rattle Master, and Sidewinder spoons, or the all-new professional grade tungsten series, Acme Tackle has what you need. Visit acmetackle.com to check out our full product assortment. Acme Tackle rattles louder, glides further, and glows brighter. Get hooked up with Acme Tackle.
Gillespie here for Mills Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters. Each week on Blake Goes Shopping, we'll feature one of our products that will help you catch more fish. I'm getting excited for open water fishing, and that's why I came to Fleet Farm for their awesome selection. I'm getting the Pflueger President Spinning Combo. It's affordable and perfect for fishing in the Midwest. Its durability and responsiveness is the perfect combination. And that's why I shop at Mills Fleet Farm, because I know they'll have everything I need.
I got one. Hey, John!
Hey, I'm coming. I'll tell you what, after a... Oh, look at the size of that splake! Look at the size of that splake!
That's
That is fantastic.
That is, now that's really big for a splake, isn't it, John?
That's about as big as they get out here in Chequamegon.
That's my first splake too, by the way.
Have you ever eaten one?
Not yet.
Well, they are outstanding.
I put that little Clio on and dropped to the bottom, lifted it up, and the mark came up. I saw it on the split screen, and wham. I mean, it was like 2 seconds.
And you know, you and I have fished Lake Erie together. To flutter a Clio like that is a very effective bait out there. Why not for trout here?
I grew up on Lake Michigan. I've probably used hundreds of those and never did it vertically. That bait has a special action. I've never even thought it was possible to go vertically on the ice. It looks like a bait fish.
Very nice job. And while I have you here, you know, I got to talk to you a little bit about the Helix 7 locator, which I have really enjoyed using this year. And you know, my point is, why would you buy just a flasher, just a regular locator? Because with our Helix 7, you get split screen. You can do the split screen.
Yep.
You get the 2D sonar on one side, the flasher on another. But more importantly, for fishing a great lake like this, the Lake Master chip.
It's huge, and we just redid the Lake Master chip, so it's improved data. And I looked on the map, and I was on a 15-foot break on the top of this hump. Literally, switched the screens, dropped the jig down, and there it was.
Well, that's the cool thing. And when we came out this morning, it was kind of freezing rain and snow. You couldn't see anywhere. So how would you really find what you're doing out here without GPS?
There's no way. So on Josh's sled is a Helix 5 mounted on there.
Right.
So you can take that, put the transducer in the back, put it in the hole, fish it, use it as a navigation piece, and go find splake like a pro.
Exactly.
But again, I just really want to mention I've fallen in love with the Helix 5 and the Helix 7.
It's special.
Just because it's the same price as the competitor's flasher only, and we get 2D sonar, we get the flasher, and more importantly, we get the GPS all in one unit.
And it's at the end of ice season. You can take that off and put it on your boat when you're done in summer.
That's a good point. But hold this up. That's a beautiful splake, buddy.
Fantastic.
I saw you battling that when I was driving my ATV over, man. That was a good fight.
That was really good.
Josh, here we go, Josh. All right, buddy. Finally, I got one on the jig. You know, it's so funny. You don't know what this is. We've got so many different kinds of... Oh, it's a big whitefish.
Giant white.
Actually, look at the size of that.
Wow.
I mean, that is a big whitefish.
It's a monster.
And you know, really, now we've caught smallmouth bass, northern pike, splake, whitefish, and brown trout.
Yep.
Hey, you know, when you're jigging for these things, you know, we're fishing anywhere, folks, I think between about 16 and 20 feet of water. I'm using a Castmaster, and what I do is go down to the bottom, bounce the bottom a couple of times, and then oops, and then I just bring it up a little bit and jiggle it. And when you mark a fish, how do you get them to bite? Then that's the key.
That's the tricky part. You just want to barely wiggle it like you're saying, and a lot of times that gets them to bite, but they can be very finicky.
And then do you want to kind of like slowly raise that and get them to chase too?
A lot of times, especially with the trout and whitefish, you want them to chase it, but if you think it's a bass, and usually you can tell the difference between a trout and a bass or a whitefish.
Whoa, yeah.
My gosh.
Well, you don't have to hold on to them. We already saw them. But yeah,
raise them up.
Raise them up, get them to come up. My buddy Acorn, I just caught a big whitefish, Acorn. I just caught a big whitey, yeah. Josh, after a slow morning, I am so excited because things are picking up. What do we got here? We got a bass? No, we got is that another splake?
Another splake.
Now, you know, I'm not complaining because we're catching fish, but I am wondering because, you know, you and I have fished this particular spot, Acorn 2, for smallmouth for the last several years. I don't think I've seen trout out here, but I haven't seen this many.
No, this is crazy. It is shocking. It really is.
And when you target the splake, usually you're up near Bayfield and Washburn in those areas, right?
Yep, usually. And that's where the fishing's better, but maybe there's bait fishing or something that these trout are
they
attracted to in here.
Are they crowding out the smallmouth, do you think?
They could be today. I mean, that's usually they don't hang together, and maybe the trout got them in another spot right now. Hopefully they come in later.
Folks, I'll tell you what, nothing goes better with ice fishing than Johnsonville's. And Johnsonville has come out with a new and innovative flavor. This is called Irish O'Garlic Brats. delicious. And of course, Johnsonville uses nothing but premium pork in all of their sausage. And with the old garlics, they've added a little bit of garlic. And what we like to do is cook these nice and slow on the grill until they're golden brown. It takes about 15-20 minutes. All right, Irish old garlics, take a bite.
Oh, those are great.
Aren't those great?
Mm-hmm.
Can you taste the garlic?
Absolutely.
Johnsonville,
Very good.
Yeah, Johnsonville Irish oak garlics. You can't beat them. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Dig in.
Folks, there is nothing more frustrating than a rust-laden strap for your ATV or your boat. But AMSOIL has the answer, right, Len? It's MP.
I do. MP will take care of you. Once they're all rusted out like this from traveling on the highway, you just put a little MP in this strap and it'll take care of it, no problem. That should free it up easy.
Okay, now after the MP treatment, I couldn't get this strap out before. Let's see what happens.
Pulls right out.
Yeah, that's incredible. And also now, look at how easy that ratchets in. Awesome. And for more information?
All you need to do is check out amsoil.com.
You know, I have been hearing a ton about Humminbird Chart Select, Ray. What is that?
Chart Select is where you can go and purchase individual high-definition Lake Master lake maps for just one lake.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And we got a special now. If you buy a Helix 5 or 7, which has GPS, by the way, you get a special deal.
Purchase and register a unit by March 31st, and we'll send you a code for any Lake Master map of your choice on Chart Select.
That's awesome. And for more information?
Go to humminbird.com.
Oh, this is a big fish, Colo. This is a big fish, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Okay, pal. Ooh, can you help me? Don't touch the line. Don't touch the line. Okay, I'm going to try to get him up towards the top. Oh, there we go. What do we got? You know what do we got?
Pout.
Hey, Pete, I got an eel pout, Pete. I got an eel pout.
Love it.
Bring him on up here, Pete. Hey. Folks, I'll tell you what. I love to eat fish. Come on up here, Colo. And you and I go to Canada together and we target these.
Specifically for these, it's poor man's lobster. It's like a freshwater cod, and he ate that cast master.
And the deal with these eel pout, folks, is they're very ugly. They're absolutely, come on.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
No, and you know, all of us go to Canada. Yeah. No, but tell the folks, Pete, how good these are, and tell them how you like to fix them.
Oh, well, I like them boiled,
right?
Actually, and dip them in butter. I generally will, flay the tail portion off and actually, fry those. But the slab and back here, yeah.
That back piece, folks, is just like cod. As a matter of fact, these are part of the cod family, freshwater cod. And really, I tried them, I think it was about 10 years ago when you and I were up in Canada and we caught a bunch of those. And we had 7 guys with us, and I think we caught 35 eel pout. And how many were left over after dinner?
We
just hammered them.
The doubters, we're not doubters anymore.
I hope it's another eel pout, Josh. I hope it's another eel pout. Feel pretty decent.
I got light line.
Nice lake. Nice. Whoa, is that a deal?
That's a really good one there.
Smallmouth fishing. What's the deal? No, it is interesting, folks. Around this rock bar today, the number of species that we have caught, and this is an extraordinarily, believe it or not, large splake, right? I mean, that's on the bigger end of what you're going to get.
This is probably 20, 21 inches, and you don't see many over that around here.
And look at just the pretty coloring on those fish, you know? That's unique to a splake, folks, that type of color.
Oh, here. There we go.
There we go, Josh.
All right, way to go.
I played with that one for a long time, and here it comes. What do we got?
Little splake.
Oh, what is that? A little teensy-weensy splake.
Smallest one of the day.
And you were actually watching that on the locator. You called that was a splake.
Yeah, he was acting like one.
No, how long did I play with him?
A long time, probably 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that was fun. And that's the cool thing, folks, about having a Humminbird is knowing how to get those fish to chase up like that, you know?
If you wouldn't have raised it up, he probably wouldn't have bit.
No, cute little fish. Let him go.
Yep.
Hey, come on, Josh. What is this, buddy?
It's made several runs. I haven't a clue, but it is large.
Okay, well, we got big lake trout in here. We got big northern pike in here. Josh, we got a bent over rod, dude.
Oh, boy.
What pound test you got on here, Colo?
It's Suffolk's 12-pound is a leader material.
Okay, so you got 12-pound leader now. Have you budged this fish? Have you moved him at all?
No.
I don't know if I can go deep enough.
Okay. Oh, the line must be, Josh, it's 10 degrees, Josh.
Still on?
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Bubbles gotta be a Laker. I see big head.
Well, you see the bubbles too.
Big Laker, big Laker.
Big lake trout.
Big Laker.
Big lake trout.
Big
polo.
Laker.
Oh, buddy, come on. You just got a few more inches. Just a few more inches.
Look at him down there. He's huge.
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Oh, yes. Way to go. Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What a giant.
Oh, that is one of the biggest lake trout I've filmed on our show. You know that, buddy?
Oh,
was that a battle,
It's a
too?
giant.
How big is
Way
that,
to go,
Josh?
man.
How big is that, buddy?
That's probably 15 pounds, John.
Wow. What did you get him on?
It was a vibrato, and it was 12-pound seagar, and I'll tell you that fish's head was wedged in there 5 times. Oh,
I mean, that fight was 10 minutes long, wasn't it?
My forearm is smoked. What a beautiful thing.
That's a monster.
Did he come off the bottom too?
Came off the bottom, but fairly tentatively, and then just inhaled it.
Boy, is that a beautiful fish, buddy.
Man,
that
way
is
to go.
A solid, beautiful fish.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what
Josh, you did good, buddy.
Hey, man, that was awesome.
You know, guys, we came for the bass today.
Yes.
And it turned out to be such a wonderful, wonderful variation of different fish that we've caught. And this takes the cake. A trophy, that's a trophy, buddy.
Josh Teigen guides Chequamegon Bay on a year-round basis. For more information, give Josh a call. That phone number is 715-813-0575. 813-0575.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
If you fish, chances are you've used a Mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank there, Dale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks.
Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that.
That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy.
Well, that one is a gorgeous fish.
Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did.
Thanks, buddy. Had a
Thanks
good
for
time.
coming.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, John Gillespie! Hey, John Gillespie! Hey, John Gillespie! Hey, John Gillespie!
Hey, John Gillespie! Anytime he can, yeah! Last bit's sweet, the last bit's cool. 6 a.m. into the evening too. There's only one way to get through. John Gillespie! Hey, John Gillespie! John Gillespie! We've made it to got a little treat for you.